and they go home and their family asks them, so what happened? What did you talk about? I've often had the feedback that they struggle to actually explain what happened during the day. They say like something really profound shifted for me and I feel like I have so much more possibility. But I don't know, like we talked and Johannes asked me a bunch of questions. I can't really relay any of it. But if someone asks you after this day, so what did you get from the day? I would love for you to basically say, well, we talked about the power being inside of me and I really saw something about that. I really feel like that. I think I would love to say something about the day or like the context, also the title that we chose, how, the subtitle that we did. And I think I want to, this is not going to be a suspense novel. I feel like, we want to just give you right now what we want you to see ideally, today. And then you can use the whole day to start looking in this direction and hopefully seeing something about that. And so, we were, as I said, it started by us saying we want to create something together. So what do we want to create? Like, what should this day be about? Like, how do we want to call it? What's the theme of this whole thing? And basically, if you look at the title, we were trying to tie a couple of things together. Maybe we even tried too much in the title and the subtitle and all that. But I'm just gonna, write down the themes, and I hope you can see that of what came to our mind. So the first one was that we called this leading. So we wanted to speak to the possibility to lead. We wanted to speak to people who lead others in the sense that that's what we often think about when we think about leadership. And I'm gonna give a little bit more context to that, but let's leave it for now. Then we said, without limits. That was, the title of the day. And then we had, you could almost say like 4 major themes that we were including in the subtitle. So we thought it would be great for people to see something about resilience, the possibility to be more resilient and where that is actually coming from, about clarity, about being more clear in order to take the next step and create extraordinary results, and independent of circumstances. That was our bold and very comprehensive list of things that we thought if we could cover that would be amazing. And then we had a pre-discussion about, okay, so how can we make sure that we're not trying to do too much, we're not trying to cram too much into the day and overloading people with content, because this is not about content and information, it's about transformation. So what's the main message here? And then what we came up with is the main message is the power is inside of you. Right? So basically, we want you to go away from this day, and if someone asks you what happened, if you basically try to remember, because that can sometimes happen when in the space of transformation, or when I have a coaching client and then I do an immersive day with them, and they go home and their family asks them, so what happened? What did you talk about? I've often had the feedback that they struggle to actually explain what happened during the day. They say like something really profound shifted for me and I feel like I have so much more possibility. But I don't know, like we talked and Johannes asked me a bunch of questions. I can't really relay any of it. But if someone asks you after this day, so what did you get from the day? I would love for you to basically say, well, we talked about the power being inside of me and I really saw something about that. I really feel like that I can really access more of that power that is actually inside of me. And I think that's kind of like the common theme. And I think, this is already the resolution of the murder mystery. This is the main thing. And we're probably gonna add to that, add sub-points or things where you can find that power inside of you. And if you look at the day through that lens of your ambition and challenge, and where is that power inside of me? Where can I access more of that power inside of me? I think you're gonna have an incredible result.